Hello, this is Danny Hathan. Once again, this is the last game of the day one for MSI play-in stage, and I hope to be able to analyze it and help people understand how and why teams win. I am a little late. They've already got some bans and stuff up, but as you can see, I am watching it live with no noise, so the statements and thoughts are my own. League of Legends is the property of Riot Gaming, and this is the production of their broadcast team, and I appreciate them and think they're great. I am doing this for my own pleasure and chance to prove myself as an analyst. I am a Diamond 3 Leona main, and I've been watching and playing League of Legends for 3 years now, and I hope to be able to share some insights. Now, with the Kaisa band and the Swain ban and the Rakan ban, I can understand why someone would go for the Caitlyn first pick, but I think has yet to prove itself this tournament as an effective pick at all. And there's better choices, and I would have done something else for a first pick. Now there's Trundle. He has been 100% picked or banned this series, and I'm very glad he is brought here. He stops Olaf, he stops Skarner, and he reduces the strength of tanks significantly with his ult. It is a very strong pick right now in this patch. Now, the Karma is most likely a mid lane Karma. It's become very popular because of its wave priority. And I am sort of shocked that after the first game happened with Gangplank and Galio, we have yet to see those champions played again, though they have been, and Gangplank has been banned multiple times. And at this point, Gambit Gaming is looking to give PvP Stejos the best lane possible, because they've already shown Olaf, so they're banning some of the more difficult top laners, Camille being the number one. Conqueror is out, and hopefully we get to see at some point a champion use that effectively to deal with tanks as well, but we have not seen it yet. Gambit Gaming is looking for a jungler, and they have the pick of the litter, and Nocturne. So one pick that's good against Orin top is Shen, who is a global. Orin can't proc his brittle without being able to hit an auto attack, which Shen cancels with his skills. So if they choose Shen, well, they're picking themselves into the counter of Nocturne. You're not allowed to use Stand United when Nocturne ults. You can't teleport when Nocturne ults. So they don't go with Shen. They don't go to protect the Caitlyn even more, and instead take the generic Sion top lane tank. Because Anivia has been banned, he's not as countered as he would be. Trundle, Pillar, and Anivia Wall has been very popular to stop the Sion. So, yeah, I think I would have gone at Cho'Gath instead of the Sion. Because Cho'Gath could deal with the Banner of Command minions that are going to come out so much easier. Right now, Odie is going to be forced to build some AD to help get rid of that Banner of Command minion we can expect from PvP Stejos. And here we are. The Karma was rotated to support as the flex, and they brought in Karthus, which I have not seen in professional play for a while, but I like, with the Nocturne especially. They have 2 globals, and Gambit Gaming was the team to bring out Galio and Gangplank at the very beginning of the tournament for their first win today. Here they are again with 2 globals, or semi-globals, to tear their opponents apart in macro play, hopefully. Now, which team has the better late game scaling? I do not like Chaos Latin Gamers' pick. I don't like their build because they don't have a way to get Oriana's ball delivered into the enemy team at all. There's no dash from Trundle or Scion or Morgana. Caitlyn's dash, you don't want her dashing in. So, yeah, good players, and Seiya is a good player, can hit the ball where it needs to be by themselves, but it's going to be more difficult. With Black Shield, with the Summon Ari effect, and Command Protect with the Summon Ari effects, they will be able to defend White Lotus versus a Nocturne all-in, even with Kiera's using Karthus' ultimate for extra damage. And Caitlyn is a better tank killer than Jhin, and Trundle steals tank stats, so oh, this isn't Chaos Latin Gaming, sorry. Rainbow 7. Can't speak. Rainbow 7, I would say, has the superior late game team fight in a way that is easier to make happen. Easier to execute. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. But as they have no dashes to get the Oriana ball into their opponents, they have no dashes to get away from Karthus just all-inning and getting everybody with his area effect damage. And, oh, you kill him? He's still fighting because that's what he does. So there is that for damage potential. And I forgot to mention this earlier, when Nocturne ults and Karthus ults, you still get Jhin ult as well from downtown. They actually have extreme pick potential and long distance engage combat potential from all those characters. So, Rainbow 7 has the easier team comp to play and, in a way, win, but Gambit Gaming have a lot of tricks up their sleeves that make it possible for them to punish their opponents. That was very good First Blood from Karthus and Diamond Prox on his Nocturne. That was greedy of Odie and shouldn't have been done. Let's see about items. I've been talking quite a bit, and a lot has happened already this game. Action-packed with the aggression from White Lotus and Odie and Morgana and everybody, and the counter-aggression from Gambit Gaming has been beautiful. So, items. There are a lot of minion dematerializers on Rainbow 7, and only a few on PvP Stejos for Gambit Gaming. If we have to deal with the effects of banner minions, I believe that Rainbow 7 has an easier time killing them, actually killing them, but Gambit Gaming can kill them and get back to where they need to much faster with Nocturne's ultimate. So, that will be interesting. And here, this is why killing Karthus is annoying. Because he just keeps fighting. Very well done by Kira. People might not remember, but he was one of the best players from the non-major regions, and he I can't remember. He won one of the 1v1 tournaments, solo carrying his team to get to participate, his region, to get to participate in a bigger international event. I can't remember these things. I am not as prepared for this as I had hoped I'd be. So I apologize for my stuttering and lack of focus. Okay, back to champions, items, strategies, what people are trying to make happen here. I just realized Caitlyn went Doran's Shield versus Jin, and Double Lift, that was the exact situation where he said, I knew we had won, when Caitlyn, who really does punish Jin hardcore in lane, decides to not do that and instead be all safe and passive with the Doran's Shield. Michael, please don't put that in your mouth. My son is trying to eat cords. Other people tell me about how their dogs always chew on their cords. It's my kids who chew on my electronic cords. So, there has been no tower taken. There has been no dragon taken. 3 minutes to the Herald. What are people trying to make happen? They're trying to get to their first item power spikes, and they're trying to get jungle priority. Odie keeps trying to invade into Nocturne, and he keeps getting seen as he goes in, and then caught and punished in health and time as he goes out. The only vision that they have in the river for Rainbow 7 was from the 2 scuttles, so congratulations on Odie doing that. That's good, getting those for vision. But they have no forward vision other than that. Gambit Gaming has gotten vision, has protected it, and are trying to clear out more of the protective vision from Rainbow 7. Okay, Nocturne is 6. He has shopped. They will want to make a play with that. Kira will not be using his ult here because they want to line that up with the first Nocturne ult. Now, I was really good by Geralt to get away from lane and get that gank to happen, but it's sad for Saya because that's twice that he's only got an assist, but Karthus still has 2 kills, and so behind in power, even more so because Orianna is going. Here comes Nocturne, and just like I said, Nocturne ult, Jin ult, Karthus ult, and there's almost nothing they can do about it. So that was 2 sums for 1 sum, and they still got a kill, and they got it on Jin, which is really good. Get more and more damage going. So, what I was trying to say earlier is, Oriana has built a tier, where Karthus, who has kills, went straight for Lost Chapter and other upgrades. So, Oriana is over and over again going to get pushed in first, is going to not have as much combat damage instantaneously, and can't get to the fights as easily. Her strength is diminished because of the lack of targets she can shield because she has no allies near her, and the lack of hard engage from her teammates to make the shockwave do its job. So, things to expect or to see in this game as it continues more and more forward. We have pressed the attack on both Trundle and Nocturne, so they are going to really try to focus down whoever gets that procced on them. And Trundle is going to have to be smart with his use of subjugation, is the spell, if I'm not mistaken, because Nocturne has a spell shield. A Nocturne will probably build Edge of Night and have a second spell shield. If Nocturne spell shields Trundle's ultimate, Subjugation, it will greatly impact the fight and possibly turn the team fight advantage to Gambit Gaming. But it's not for sure. So yeah, see, there was the shields from Summon Ari and Black Shield and so on and so forth to stop Diamond Procs from killing the Caitlyn. He was greedy to do that without backup, without more people. And it was wise of Morgana to take the exhaust and not ignite, because you're not worried about winning lane, you're worried about keeping Caitlyn alive in the late game team fights. Okay, vision wise, it's 12 minutes in, and it appears that Karma has yet to finish her support item quest, and so warding is down for Gambit Gaming right now for a short time, where Morgana has finished it and is making use of those. Important item spikes, we got Banner of Commands, both were just thrown down. Scions just came back up, where Oran's was just thrown down. The Oriana has bought a stopwatch, so to protect herself from the Nocturne ultimate. Having trouble remembering the name of the spell. I'm sure it will come to me. So what should the teams be trying to do right now? They need to be getting vision control, and they need to be making picks for Gambit Gaming, and Rainbow 7 needs to get the wave push priority in mid lane and top so they can be ready for fights in other locations. So what do I hope to see? I would like to see the Twin Shadow item on Karma this game. It probably won't be built, but for using the Twin Shadow will compel or punish Morgana for either not using or using her Black Shield before the Nocturnal actually comes through. And that's what the combo is, and they've done it twice now very effectively. And they did it at such a time, so they will get first tower blood off this. And Oriana is getting further and... Why are they not taking tower? I think that's a missed call by Gambit Gaming. I really think that they should have done whatever tower damage they could have there and waited for the next wave and finished it off before the 3 melees were dead. I don't think they would have been in danger from recoil from Rainbow 7. And now, 2 seconds, Caitlyn left alone with bot tower, and it will die. And you will lose the first tower gold. Why is Odie solo invading? So, Diamond's Proc's ultimate, I think it's called Terrify, is almost up, and PvP Stayhost has used his teleport. They are going for the punish, and they got it. Aw, come on, PvP. Give it to Kira. He wants it. He needs it. Gambit Gaming are 2-0 already. Rainbow 7 is only 1-1. I said that Rainbow 7 had the easier team comp to play. I still believe that. But I said that Gambit Gaming had a lot of tools to make their plays of their playstyle work, and they're using them right. Might not be a simple hammer and nail, but they know how to use the corkscrew to get in there and kill their opponents and get in their heads. That's one thing with Nocturne that you can do, is make them afraid to get any wave, get anything, because he might just be there. Or if we have 2 go down to get that wave, then we're going to get dove somewhere else. And some people haven't played enough against Nocturne in these later stages to be ready for it. Alright, power spikes that have been hit. We got our level 2 ultimates on top laners and mid laners, but not on any of the other players. We have 2 item power spike on the Scion, but not quite on the Orin yet. Both of them still have 4 minion dematerializers, so they are using those to make it so Caitlyn and Nocturne don't have to respond to get rid of. Those bannered up crypts. Michael, it's okay. I will fix it later. Watch the show it's on. Yes, my son? If you want me to do it sooner, go clean your room. I've asked you 3 times already.
I want to do this one.
Alright, so
I'm not on it.
Oriana has finished her Seraph Embrace.
Let me do it.
Michael, I've asked you to stop.
We did it. We did it.
Alright, Michael, it's not working right now. and we're just going to be done with it.
No, I can't want to stop it.
I'm sorry, we're done with it.
We have to turn it off and turn it back on.
When you clean your room, I'll fix the computer. Responsibilities and privileges. A hard lesson when you're 3. Well, he's 4 now, actually. So, and now I've sort of lost my train of thought. I explained this earlier the last time my kids interrupted me while I was doing this, that's sort of the reason why I'm a Leona one-trick, because it's hard to learn a new champ when you get interrupted and then you start falling behind and lose the game because of it. But I've played Leona so many times, I can be interrupted and stopped and disappear to change a diaper and come right back in and do just fine. And well, that's life sometimes. So, with their corkscrew global comp, Gambit Gaming has secured themselves a slight gold lead, a level lead, and 2 ocean drakes. That will make it much more difficult for Rainbow 7 to deal with them and to poke them out. And yeah, they have some decent counter siege with the Caitlyn traps as seen here in the mid lane, but it's not enough. I do not know what happened there. Or at least I do not expect it will be enough to keep them safe. So, one thing I did not see is Geralt is running Glacial Shroud or something like that. What is it called? His auto attacks slow significantly, and that's good for the team fights. It's good for killing people when he dies and becomes his zombie, and I prefer it over the Comet, and he was not punished for it early, or at least not successfully punished for it, and so they will reap the benefits of that for the rest of the game. So, one summoner, the Ignite was used by Karma, and a few ultimates were used, but Rainbow 7 is finding the way they want to play against this diving Nocturne. There is a Banshee's Veil on Orianna. When Nocturne ults, if you have the Banshee's Veil shield up, you do not get your vision reduced. You can still see everything. And if Seiya is the shot caller and leader of their team, which I believe he is, he can give the people the information they need as they fight, because he has not been blinded. And that is actually could be really impactful, to have your shot caller not be blinded by that ultimate. We have a few other important buys finished with Zeke's Convergence on the Trundle, just more damage for White Lotus. Now, the thing that some people forget about the Zeke's Convergence is it makes your AD carry do 50% more damage by their auto attacks, and that damage is magic, not physical damage. So, it will allow Caitlyn to never have to buy an Armor Shred item this game, because she will have mixed damage every time Trundle ults, and the only tank the other team has, if Trundle ults Auron, he'll lose all his armor and magic resist anyways. I think that will give give them the potential to do the damage they need or to get different items. Instead of going a Last Whisper item on Caitlyn, you could go Banshee's Veil on Caitlyn if you wanted. It's sort of crazy, but if the only thing that's getting you killed is the Nocturne ulting you, there's worse things you could do. But they'll probably just get something like a Mercurial Scimitar, Quicksilver Sash. So, Karthus is 2.5 items. If Karthus can get enough AP, he will be able to shred anyone near him. The question is, can you get near? And Rainbow 7 is showing great resolve and fortitude by stabilizing in this fight. And Gambit Gaming, because the last few times they've tried something, have failed, are starting to not try things at all, and that is going to make their life difficult. This won't kill him, but I guess it's about sending a message. You run from us now. You be terrified of us now. Okay. So Scion has finished Locket, and Orin has finished Warmog's armor. Once again, the team that has 2 or 3 Ocean Drakes choosing to still get Warmogs feels slightly saddening to me, but it's not a bad choice. It's just not the choice I would make. There goes Karthus Flash in. White Lotus should be able to hold this. Oh, if they go Baron, they'll destroy it. Karthus kills Baron so quickly, and with a Karma to shield the team, you don't have to worry about taking damage from Baron. So what do I want to see from Gambit Gaming with this Baron? Well, getting picks is a good thing to see, for them to show that they are the best in this group, and hopefully for them finish 3-0 this first day of the tournament. I want to see with this Baron them get 2 or 3 control wards in Rainbow Seven's jungle. I want to see them break the mid turret, and I want to see Orin be able to rotate in a way using his TP or just map movement to get the flank off on the other team. Gerald does not have his teleport, and it will cost them a lot, or should cost them a lot. What Gambit Gaming has to work with here, with the 2 Ocean Drakes and the Baron up. Trundle tried too hard to get the catch and didn't get to do his job at keeping the tanks broken down. And that was a big part of that fight. Who had their tank in the right spot and who didn't. Trundle has finished a Knight's Vow. Odie, White Lotus is your only chance. Do not leave his side once more this game. You're not going to 1v1 anybody on that other team at this point. You're too far behind. Be there to peel. Be there to make use of the items you bought. Why buy those items if you're not going to stand next to the carry? Now, and here they go. That should be game. A very strong ultimate from Kira. Rainbow 7 trying too hard to defend a tower that's far forward when they don't have their sums up on their primary carries. And Caitlyn is still in that power trough, that 2-item power trough she suffers in the mid game. So this looks like it's going to be the end of the game. What do I want to see from tomorrow? Well, I want to see more Gambit Gaming, because they've had a lot of unique picks and have had success with those picks and have had the best drafts. I want to see somebody brave the bruiser top with something new like a Camille or Aurelia or a Kled. I want to see teams stop putting so much priority on Caitlyn because they're not getting the early game leads that they're supposed to get with it. I expect we will see tomorrow Trundle continue to have 100% pick ban presence, even though he will, if this game ends up being lost by Rainbow 7, will have 2 losses, and he'll have 2 losses, 2 bans, and 2 wins this game, this day of tournament. I still think he's worth it. I want teams to start thinking about Cho'Gath more if Banner of Command is going to be just a must on top lane tanks, because he's the only tank that can deal with it himself. Other interesting possibilities that we haven't seen evidence of happening yet, but I could hope for, because this is, you have to have innovation, you have to find the meta, and you have to find the way to beat your opponents. There's the play. Beautifully done. So much damage. And yeah, they traded 1 kill for 1 kill, but the health advantage is to Gambit Gaming. And with their 3 Ocean Drakes, they heal up almost as fast as the opposing team does on their fountain. But they don't have to walk over to it. A little sloppy there by Kiera. But I am not afraid that Gambit Gaming is going to be able to close this game out right. There is a Super Minions pressing the base already. I don't think they'll get a turret, but they are definitely forcing people to back, and this should be a free Baron for Gambit Gaming. So once again, I want to return to talking about what to hope to see in this tournament. Tomorrow we're going to see 4 different teams, different regions, different pocket picks. What strategies are they going to take from today? What strategies are they going to ignore? Right now, the cleanest, strongest games has felt like the games that the team has 2 globals from their skills. The one team global that performed poorly, in my opinion, was the Soraka, but maybe that would have done better if they didn't go leave the Kaisa up. Now there's another pick in the top lane for tanks that has not been looked at, which is Singed. Impact had a nice game on that, but that was a Singed versus a Fiora. And Singed was very strong in solo queue on 8.H. And so maybe we'll see some of these other teams tomorrow use that. So right now it's just finishing it off clean. You have everything, super minions in every wave, Baron's up, all your ultimates are up for Gambit Gaming, and the majority of their sums. Man, that is a mean combo. And they did it. The only 2 meta champs that Gambit Gaming pulled this combo off with is Auron and Karma. The rest of the champions would be considered low A tier or B tier by most analysts and players at this current point. So, hey, good on them. Will they be able to pull something off like that against some of the stronger regions? If they get there, maybe a stronger region can outplay it. Rainbow 7 at 1 or 2 points looked like they had it figured out, but it didn't go through. In the end, good games, good first day, and has given us a lot to think about. Thank you for watching me, and I will be here again tomorrow once again. Have a great day, and goodbye.